Sorry, the live stream cut out. You know what? I feel like I have done everything in Nashville that I've wanted to do. I'm trying to think of anything else. I can't think of anything else. Oh, I was wrong. Okay, so there they have their state library and archives. There is their Supreme Court. I think the cool thing about Lincoln and Nebraska is that everything is within the Capitol building. You don't really have to go anywhere else for anything else. You know, and I low-key came here for a specific thing. So I didn't really do any research. I'm just you know what? I'll just go with where the wind takes me. Bad idea. I knew I should have planned. I've been trying to live my life like that a little bit more. Kind of just go with the flow. But when I do that, things don't always pan out how they should. Wow, this is a pretty view. So the Capitol from this side, which I photo this right here. That was nice. But how this goes all the way down is pretty cool too. Let me get a little bit more centered. Wow. The symmetry. You can see, but boom, 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 bop, bam. Bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. That type of stuff I'm on you wouldn't understand. Boom, boom, bop, bam. Bop, boom, boom, bop, bam. That type of stuff I'm on you wouldn't understand. Okay, where should we go next? Getting my steps in, you know? Their state trooper vehicles look pretty cool. I do like that color scheme. The cream and the orange and black and white. That does look kind of cool. How do I... I'm just going to walk down this grass. I don't know why I'm showing you guys the grass. Those are a pretty color. Oh, there's more stuff this way. Okay, I think I'm gonna sit in the shade. Holy Rosary Cathedral. What's it say? 874. Near here in 1820, the first Catholic church in Tennessee was built by Irish Catholic workers. Then building a bridge over Chamberlain River. In 1830, a brick structure known as Holy Rosary Cathedral succeeded the frame building. Here, Bishop R.P. Miles, first Bishop of Tennessee, was installed October 15, 1838, when St. Mary's Cathedral was built in 1847. Holy Rosary Church became St. John's Hospital and Orphanage. The site was sold to the state in 1857. Tennessee Historical Commission. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna go sit over there and charge this camera really quick. That actually has lasted quite a while. I mean, that's like a straight hour of live streaming. I'm actually pretty happy with that. Just gonna plug this battery in, or sorry, plug this charger in. It's on this side. This isn't going to take too long, just a few minutes. Yeah, you know, it's been interesting to be here. I think it's fascinating to get to go to different states and see how things are in those places. Tennessee is definitely a much older state. Like I said, the capital is beautiful. It's just not, you know, super tall. But I have enjoyed it so far. I mean, like, everybody here, the locals seem nice. You know, the hotel staff was great.
You gonna test student?
No, but
I just can't get over the food situation. But you know what? It is what it is. But yeah, I've been to a lot of states. I just haven't seen a lot of like state capitals. I think now that I think about it, I've seen the Des Moines capital, the capital in Iowa, but from like afar. I haven't really walked into it. I've been to the Texas state capitol. That capital's huge, like very, very huge, very cool. I really liked that capital. And only in like the visitors like reception gift shop area at the United States Capitol in DC. But other than that, I haven't been to many state capitals, you know, which is something that I definitely want to go to. I really want to see the Oregon State Capitol just because, like, the statue they have on the top is like a solid bronze, like goldish color. But yeah, Arizona. I was in Phoenix. I saw the Arizona Capitol. Didn't go in. I don't know why I never went in there. I literally was there for 10 weeks. But when I think about all the states I've been to, like North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois, Arizona, Colorado, California, Texas, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, Maryland, New York, Florida. Was that 15? Minnesota, 16. Missouri, 17. Arkansas, 18. I think that's everywhere. I think I've been to 18 states. No, Nevada, 19. Yeah, 19 states. I've been to 19 states. Ain't that crazy? Did I say North Carolina or South Carolina? I've been to North Carolina, not South Carolina. So yeah, it's definitely cool to get to go to all these different places, meet all these different people, experience all these different things. I do consider myself highly blessed. I mean, it's very, very cool that I get to be able to do this stuff. So yeah. I don't know where I should go next. Hello. Just like there's a tour going on. She giving them a tour. And then on that side, you have, just every day, people just going about their daily lives. It is a Monday, people are at work. Just every day. People just going about their daily lives. It is a Monday. Okay, I've been thinking about something. I am thinking about starting a Discord chat. The way that I live stream through this interface, pretty much like you can share all of the chats from the stream directly into Discord and from Discord into this chat. And I know that a lot of people are like sometimes not wanting to say different things on like Facebook or other social media platforms, but I feel like starting a Discord chat just for like us, you know, you and me, to kind of like stay in touch and, you know, talk about what's going on. I think that would be really cool. I think that would be fun. Should I do it? Comment below. Would you join? If I started a Discord chat, would you join? If one person says they'll join, I'll create it today. To now. Not to now, but when I get back to the hotel. I think that would be super cool. Okay, I feel much more cooled down. I feel good. I feel good. I was feeling a little really hot earlier, but I feel good. I have no choice but to feel good because I gotta run a half marathon. I don't know if I ever told you guys that. I'm running a half marathon with my cousins. I don't want to do it. I would just go on the record saying right now, I don't want to do it. But I want to run. Okay, how do I word this? I don't want to do it, but I want the Capital City medal, the Capital City Challenge medal. And to get that medal, I have to run this half marathon in a few weeks and then run another one in the fall. And once completing the one in the fall right away, they give you one. That's the only reason why I'm doing it, because I want a medal. I want a cool gold and white medal. That is the only reason why I'm going to run this half marathon twice. Essentially, I'm going to run a whole marathon this year, you know, just split up in 2 different pieces, just to get a medal. That's the only reason why. Not because it's going to make me feel good about myself, not because it's going to make me feel like I accomplished, you know, running a half marathon or 2 half marathons. I just want a medal so that I can hang it up and put it on my my live stream set at home. That's the only reason why. I'm literally going to run this half marathon twice for decor. For decor. You know what I'm saying? And I can't be the only person who would do that. I feel like wearing this hat like this looks weird. I feel like the depth perception is off. Let me call this fool. This guy that I know that lives here. Someone said, food-wise, you are not having a good time right now. No, I'm not. I had a turkey bacon patty. Not a turkey bacon patty, but a turkey sausage patty. And it was so hard. And I asked the waiter, I'm like, hey, like, is it okay if I get like a different one? This feels a little too like hard. And he was like, oh, I can get you something else. Otherwise, they're all like that. And I'm like, they're all like this? And he was like, yeah, I've had complaints about that before in the past too. So they're well aware. I don't think he's going to answer. Jordan, you told me you wanted to hang out. You called me when you found out I was here, and now you're not picking up the phone. Let me take a picture of this statue while I'm here. Who that on that horse? Okay. I am ready to go to the next spot, wherever that is. All right, you guys ready? Let's go see who's on this horse. No, I saw that earlier. It was Andrew Jackson. Look at the depth perception. Yeah. Andrew Jackson, 7th President of the United States, commander of victorious American forces at Battle of New Orleans, January 8th, 1815. He's also on the $20 bill. This is a cool shot. Yes. Are you okay? Oh snap, the sun is peeking out the side. Because it's passing over. Yes. Love that. Let me see if I can turn up the image brightness on my camera so you guys can see. I don't know if you can see that. What does this say? United Daughters of the Confederacy. This memorial commemorates the 75th anniversary of the founding of the United Daughters of the Confederacy by Caroline Meriwether Goodlett in Nashville, Tennessee, and honors the memory of those who served and those who died in the service of the Confederate States of America. Tell it as you may, it never can be told. Sing it as you will, it never can be sung. The story of the glory of the men who wore the gray. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, I mean, I guess I don't. That's really wild. What do you guys think about that? Wait, hold on. This is James Polk's burial site. I didn't realize that. Wow. The mortal remains of James Knox Polk are resting in the vault beneath. He was born in Mecklenburg County, North Carolina, and emigrated with his father Samuel Polk to Tennessee in 1806. The beauty of virtue was illustrated in his life. The excellence of Christianity was exemplified in his death. Sarah Childress, wife of James Knox Polk, 1803 to 1891. Wow. President of the U.S., born November 2nd, 1795. Died June 15th, 1849. He was about 62? Wow. Sleep in Jesus. Sarah Childress Polk, wife of James Knox Polk, born in Rutherford County, Tennessee, September 4th, 1803. Wow. His life was devoted to public service. He was elevated successfully to the first place in the state and federal governments, a member of the General Assembly, a member of Congress, and chairman of the most important congressional committees, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Governor of Tennessee, and President of the United States. By his public policy, he defined, established, and extended the boundaries of his country. He planted the laws of the American Union on the shores of the Pacific. His influence and his councils united to organize the national treasury on the principles of the Constitution and to apply the rule of freedom to navigation and trade and industry. Wow. Sorry guys, hold on a second. Wow. Fascinating. Okay, all right. I think I'm ready to go. It's fascinating that he was buried here and not in Arlington, but I do know that, I wonder why, I guess. I know George Washington is buried kind of at his home that he lived in. I didn't come up these steps. But this is also a really good photo shot. So one thing that I've been trying to do is places that I go, I want to try to get like better photos, like photos that I have taken of these like places so that I can frame them. And so I think this is definitely a good like photo, like the depth perception is amazing. Good, how are you? Here to get your steps in?
Man, we're gonna get them, baby.
Yeah. How many times?
about halfway there, man.
This right here, this is called Blast Calorie Day.
Why are you wearing jeans?
Because, brother, this is how I like to do it outside.
Okay. So how many times do you guys go up and down?
I'm gonna do 5.
Okay, wow. All right, well, Godspeed. You're welcome. Yeah. Oh, they're about to run up them steps. All them steps. Let me show you guys these steps. Okay. That's one. Scared the shit out of me. It scared me. Whoa. Okay, you guys ready? So this like extends pretty far. Wishing you Godspeed, glory. Okay. So here I am, leaving the Capitol, as you can see. You know, Nashville, the people have been nice. It's cute. People have been cool, you know? Definitely a party town. Lots of bars, like I said earlier. It was extremely loud on Broadway. I mean, it's like probably one of the most famous roads. Did I bring... I wonder if I brought the windscreen or a windscreen. I don't think I did. To protect against the wind. Let me just check and see how it sounds. I mean, I guess it doesn't sound terrible, but not like the greatest. Okay, I think I want to go this way. Yeah, you know, Nashville's been fun. Definitely an interesting place. Like, I remember talking to some people and saying like, hey, I'm gonna be going to Nashville. And she was like, well, it depends like what you're going there for, you know? Like if you really like country music, if you're a country music enthusiast, then, you know, you'll have a great time here. A lot of people enjoy that stuff. But I'm not really a country music enthusiast like that. I mean, I enjoy it, but, you know, I enjoy a variety type of music. I enjoy a variety of music, you know, but what is that across the street?
Yeah, the hoops game-based strength may not be technology.
Oh, Tupac. I know what this says. America. I think this is another government building across the street. I'm not sure. says Legislative Plaza renovations. Yeah, I think it's another government building. There's the Capitol, as you can see. I would take a photo here, but it won't look good because all the construction going on. Let's head down this way. Lots of tall buildings. See, that's the one thing, that's the question that I had about just like a place like Nashville. This place could be anywhere, you know, like thinking about what makes it special and stuff like that, and country music started here. Just like a lot of like places spring up because maybe historical events that have to deal with politics, a lot of times creativity, a lot of times ingenuity and engineering. Right? So in Nebraska, there's like a lot of small towns that had started to pop up because there were like railroad stops there. But it has me thinking, like, if people were more creative in the way they led states or leaders and things like that, then your town, your state could be on and popping right now. Like Nebraska, you know? Oh, this is cool. But it's not. So here we are, going to other places. Union Terrace. Do you want to know something, another thing too that's fascinating? The more and more places that I go, the more and more like small the world seems. And people say, oh, such a small world. I feel like, hey, what happened to this building? So the more and more places I go, the more and more like smaller the world seems. And it's just like, you know, I was literally on a plane for an hour and 20 minutes. And I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. Like, ain't that crazy? Like, whoa. You know? There was a year, what was it, 2022. In 2022, I like traveled a lot. Like, I traveled all around Nebraska. I traveled to different states. And it just became a thing to where it's just like the world seemed more and more small just because you go so many places. And it's so easy to go from one place to the other. You know what I mean? Like just hopping on a plane. And it really opened up my eyes. But now like I'm here in downtown Nashville, like walking. And it's just like seems like for like, you know, dang, like this is a huge block. You know what I mean? Like it's taking forever to get from point A to B where I want to go.